Welcome everyone to Beauty and Business, and our last podcast is actually a vlog, and I'm so excited that I'm here with you because we're going to talk about one of the most significant topics of the year, and very, very exciting for me because it's a topic that it's very close to my heart. I love it. It turned my life around. It continues to get me out of very difficult, challenging life situations. It is an incredible strategy, and I want to share it with you because you deserve it. And that's my job, is to give you the very best of the best, things that you really may not find in other places, and things that can really just create transformation for you. Just like we transform brows at True Brow, which I love. I want to transform the challenges that you have into these golden pockets of opportunity with offering you really new perspectives and ways to deal with the difficulties that business life, brand building, family life offer a woman, a female entrepreneur. And I want to make sure that you know how to do that in a way that is empowering, that is supportive to your family and to all your family, even your relationship with your husband. You know, we can't ignore that relationship. So often as women, we sort of tend to move into our children and you know, our children, but what about our husband? Your children, you're going to find out, and you're going to discover more about this in 2019 through our vlogs and our podcasts in Beauty and Business, completely, totally draw from the bond between you and your husband, if you have a husband and a partner. And if you don't, then they're going to draw from the bond that you're building, the nurtureful bond you're building inside of yourself. It's really, really important. And so, you know, we can't ignore that really significant relationship. And if we don't know how to deal with our negative thoughts, we're in a mess. And we're going to find the challenges of life so overwhelming that we're going to look for external solutions. We're going to start thinking that we need medication, or that there's something wrong with us. But really, basically, there's nothing wrong with you. You're completely perfect just as you are. You just need these powerful strategies. So let's have a look at how it all works internally. And we don't have to go in too deep. We just have to look superficially at what's actually really going on. So something happens in our life, and or we find ourselves opening our eyes in the morning and being either in pain or having had like a difficulty the day before and it sort of stayed with us. We might feel hurt. We might have taken something personally. We might have had some sense of betrayal happen in the salon or in our personal life. And what happens is when these emotions, are triggered, when our experience is giving us something that we really are resisting, what actually will occur is it will bring up emotion. And the emotion will take us back into default. So, you know, when you're born with conditioning. You have this little package, that's what I call a little package, that you come in with. It's your ancestral package. It may not even be your own beliefs. It might not even be your own experiences, but you know, you draw from them, you bring them into the world, and then you know, you have a choice when you're here on whether you're going to reinforce the good beliefs that you come in with, and even the ones that are false, because you will have a lot of false beliefs. In fact, when we're in the womb, you know, I don't want to go into, do we choose our parents? I'm not interested in that. But let's just look at when we're in the womb, we're really connected to our mothers. And if we look at our mothers and the goodness of our mothers, and in most cases, you'll see that also our mothers had flaws. They had false beliefs. They have things that were really good about them, but things that they hadn't sorted out yet. Well, they fall into your package. You take those with you, and it's then up to you. It's then up to you to either pass those on to your children, not siblings, your children, and every other person that you meet. You will demonstrate those false ideas, or you will go, bam, that's a false idea. It ends in me. It's pretty amazing perspective, isn't it? So when you see it like that, what I hope that's going to happen is that it removes this sense of guilt that you're not good enough, or, oh my gosh, I'm not a good person, I'm not a good businesswoman, I'm not this, I'm not that. All these storytelling, all these false ideas, it's got nothing to do with who you are. What you actually are is an extraordinary being. You are a multi-dimensional being, and you are extraordinary, unlimited. And when I say extraordinary, in reality, when you get to know what you really are, it's not that extraordinary. It just becomes, after a while, just the truth. Now, I say extraordinary because in a way it's kind of, to you right now, it'd be extraordinary to think that you are a being, a what does she even mean? It's like that when you really consider what that means, it means that there's more to you than this physicality, this physical body. There is the unseen, the part of you that is larger than life, larger than your experiences. In fact, it's only because of that you are able to experience. Isn't that amazing? I just say that, and the truth of it just like completely just comes over me, and I love it so much. That I get to share it with you is a gift. So if you can consider that there's more of you than you can even imagine right now, it does seem extraordinary. But I want you to also know that as you start believing that more and more, or even give yourself that tiny bit of willingness to think, wow, am I just not seeing something? Am I not knowing something that I was speaking about? And in that way, I'm always in my small-mindedness. Because that is what happens when we really believe that we are limited by this physical body. Look, I'm pinching it. Right here it is. Oh, hurts. This physical body. It's a very small-minded perspective. And it keeps you in survival mode the majority of the time. It keeps you in fear. Whether you know it or not, you might think that you're not. You might be trying so hard and you're going to burst out and bust out of the, this kind of like limited belief system that is you're up against in your own mind, because there's no one out there doing it to you. It's in your own mind. And as you start to recognize there's more than this physicality, that you are more than that because of the more of you, you are actually able to experience all of this that you're seeing before you every single day. You start to realize, whoa, there's so much I don't know. And it's in that small-mindedness that we want, we want you to realize it isn't real. The small-mindedness is kind of the part that is our conditioning. It's our package that we've come in with. It's filled with false ideas, and it's right there in your subconscious. And part of it in your conscious mind. You really believe these false beliefs. So how do you know when you're in a false belief? Which, is a negative belief. It's negative because it's not true. You will know because you'll suffer. You'll know because you'll be up against something. You'll know because you'll feel trapped about something. You'll know because you want to control someone. You'll know because you feel you're not good enough. All of these, you'll be judging something with emotion. You will be against something. You'll be looking around you and seeing things are wrong, that there's something wrong with anything. Someone needs fixing. You need fixing. All of these are just false ideas. They take you out of your abundance, because you see, the more of you that is experiencing all of this is completely it's completely abundant. It's your essence. It's love. It's actually moving all the time. It's there for you to take from, to have pieces of it, all of it, at any moment that you want. But when you're so devoted, so really in your belief, you're so attached and addicted to your small-mindedness, to this physicality alone, then you cannot live what you don't believe. You can't be experiencing what you don't believe. You only experience what you are believing and continually reinforcing. So your negative thoughts are a powerful way of telling you you're in a false belief. And the way to deal with them is to just immediately just see that and start writing them down. So, wow, here's one. Whoa, Where's that coming from? Okay, so am I up against someone? Do I feel trapped, out of control? Do I feel depressed? Am I suffering? You know, is it someone else's fault? Am I obviously blaming, pointing the finger? Is, the world miserable? Oh my gosh, look at the news. Just watch the news and you'll see all your false beliefs come up. They love, and magazines. They absolutely love drawing on your pain points, drawing on those false beliefs that you have. They want to just reinforce them for you every day. Do you not believe that every single day there are absolutely thousands of beautiful stories that are happening around the world? Why do you have to go searching for them? Why are they not on the nightly news? Why is the news not more about all the good stuff? And they have like one good story and everything else is dismal. And because that's what they know that the addicted, small-minded person wants. They want to reinforce all the stuff that is part of that small-mindedness. It's amazing, isn't it? You've got to go searching for the good stories on YouTube or some other platform. So stop watching the news and find some other way of finding out the important things that matter to you. But, watching the news is just like saying, yep, I'm going to allow my mind to be continually reinforced by all the bad that's happening in the world. I'm going to give 90%, 99%, and then I'm going to let them give me a little snippet of what is good. Stop your children from watching the news. Why would you want to inflict that upon them? How do you even know if those stories are all true? You're believing what you're seeing. All of this is really important. You have to start questioning everything to wake up to this world and to wake up to this small-mindedness and to deal with negativity. To be a powerful female entrepreneur, you have to wake up first. You have to wake up to how you are reinforcing and building out what is false, what you've come in with. In your package, what you default to every time you're under extreme pressure. And that's an opportunity. And this is how you're going to get out of it. Number one, you need to start to realize, hang on a minute, there may be more to me than I'm aware of. Interesting. Can I read Elle's book? Oh, maybe. Can I start to meditate and see if I can find that even myself? Can I go in and get a glimpse of the more of me, that stillness, that quiet, that gentle-heartedness that just has got everything that I could possibly need and want in that moment? And could that be enough for me in that moment? Could I just allow myself to fall into that space and just be one whole, just fall into oneness and know the truth of that, so that I know the difference between what that's like when I experience that and the difference when I'm in my small-mindedness and I'm suffering. It's a very important differentiation. You need to know the difference. Life's always showing it to you, but if you haven't experienced the other side of what it can be like, not me telling you, you fully experiencing it. Just once. That's all you have to do is experience at one time, and then never again, and you'll know the truth of it. And when that actually starts to happen, you've got you've got a reference. So to deal with negativity is to understand that the negativity is just a false belief. It's a false idea. Read the book, The Power Shift. I wrote it for you. Read it. Read bits of it. If it's too much for you and it's too deep, read a little bit, put it down, pick it up again. Start reading chapter by chapter. Start actioning those chapters. Start exploring the truth of them. Go on to Beauty and Business. Go onto my page. Ask questions. Do whatever you want. But 2018 is ending, and we are stepping into a new era in 2019 in the world. And how are you going to step into it? Are you going to take this seriously? I want to hear your comments. I want you to talk to me. Not just in private messages. I love them when you send them to me. It's fine. But it's not the real place. Put them out there in the world. Let's start pulling them apart and let's start rebuilding so that the business that you build, the life that you build in 2019 is exactly what you actually really, truly deep down want. Not from that small-minded part of you, but from the more of who you are in this world, the more of what you can be, and you can't possibly not want to have it all from that perspective. You can't build a huge, powerful, magnificent business that you love, that is nourishing you and your family every single day, if you're not coming from the part of you that knows that it is abundant. You know, small-mindedness can only try. And, you know, it's really good at faking it. We can see that everywhere at times. But we don't want to focus on that, because for me, if I happen to see that, or even, you know, imagine that that's what's happening, my initial thought is, you know, how do I bring a new level of perspective, a new way, a new purpose to these beautiful women? You know, we are one community. We are one community, and we need around the world one community. Just consider that. And we need to stick together, you know, really bond together and bring what's more into our life. You can do it. I did it. If I did it, you can do it. Lovely being with you. It's been an amazing year. We've had Educator of the Year awards. We've had books published, Amazon bestsellers, USA, Australia. We've had trips. We've had guest speaking engagements. We've had, you know, the most incredible year. True Brow is flourishing. I'm so proud of my brand. I'm proud of my True Brow specialists and how the respect, the dignity, the authenticness of the brand that they are, and the way they're representing True Brow in their salons. I'm amazed. I love being a part of the beauty industry. I love what we do. And I know that you do too. So let's do more of it. Let's do it even better in 2019. Thank you so much. Have a merry Christmas, and we'll be back. We'll be back next week, actually, with a fabulous beauty and business vlog. Thanks for being with me.